A warm breeze drifted through the open window as I stood in the small bedroom, the wooden floor creaking under my feet, the air filled with the scent of fresh flowers from our wedding, and the faint hum of my parents' house settling into the day. Lena and I had just married, for years of laughter, late-night talks, and quiet promises culminating in a ceremony where her green eyes sparkled under the soft lights, her white dress a symbol of our new beginning. We'd moved temporarily to my parent home while our apartment underwent renovations, her suitcase unpacked beside mine, the city's distant pulse, traffic, a neighbor's radio, fading as we adjusted to the shared space with my brother Alex and his girlfriend Mia. The house buzzed with life, the kitchen alive with the clatter of dishes, the living room echoing with my mother's gentle scolding of my father over spilled coffee, the wooden stairs groaning under Alex's heavy steps. Lena fit in seamlessly, her laugh blending with my family's chatter, her dark hair catching the sunlight as she helped my mother with dinner, her modesty a comfort after our years together. Alex, with his broad shoulders and easy grin, lived here too, his girlfriend Mia a quiet presence, her brown eyes watchful, her presence adding a new dynamic. The renovations, new floors, painted walls, promise a future home, but for now this house, with its creaky charm and familiar scents, felt like a haven, the city's hum, horns, a child's shout, distant as I unpacked our life together. I watched Lena from the doorway, her hands deftly folding clothes, her voice soft as she hummed a tune from our first date, the wooden floor warm under my socks. For years it built a trust. Her gentle rebukes when I worked late, her warm hugs after arguments, our plans for a garden in our new place, all solidifying into this marriage. Alex joined us sometimes, his laughter booming as he teased Lena about her cooking, Mia sitting quietly with a book, her glances toward me fleeting but warm, the neon glow from the street, diner, pawn, seeping to the curtains at night. The house, with its faded wallpaper, my father's old chair, held a stability I'd longed for, the city's pulse, sirens, a busker's guitar, a backdrop to our new family rhythm. The days settled into a routine, the morning sun streaming through the kitchen window where Lena and I shared coffee, the wooden table scarred from my childhood, the air rich with the smell of toast and my mother's advice. Alex and Mia added their own notes, his loud greetings, her soft footsteps, creating a harmony I hadn't expected, the city's hum, traffic, a vendor's call, fading as I felt a sense of completion. Lena's suitcase, once a symbol of our move, now set neatly in the corner, her clothes mingling with mine, her green eyes meeting mine with a smile that promised forever. The renovations progressed, workers' voices a distant promise. But here, with my parents' laughter, Alex's jokes, and Mia's quiet presence, I believed life had stabilized, the wooden floor foundation for our future, blind to the shadows that might creep in. I sat on the bed that night, the wooden frame creaking, the neon cafe bar, casting a soft light to the window, the city's pulse, waves, a neighbor's TV, steady. My notebook rested on the nightstand, unopened, but I knew my words, her gentle love, my family, a life secure, step by step, into stability. Lena slipped beside me, her hand in mine, her breath warm, the house quiet save for Alex's snores down the hall, Mia's shadow passing the door. The renovations would end, our home would rise, but for now, this place, with its creaks, its scents, its people, felt like the start of something enduring. The city's glow a witness to my hope, unaware of the betrayal that would soon fracture this fragile peace. A gentle rhythm filled the house as I moved through the morning, the wooden floor warm under my feet, the air carrying the scent of brewing coffee, and the soft murmur of my parents' voices from the kitchen. Life with Lena had settled into a calm routine after our wedding, her suitcase unpacked beside mine in the small bedroom. The city's distant pulse, traffic, a neighbor's radio, blending with the clatter of dishes as we adapted to living under one roof with my brother Alex and his girlfriend Mia. The renovations on our apartment progressed slowly, workers' hammers a faint echo, but here, with Lena's laughter and my family's warmth, I felt a fragile peace, the neon glow from the street, diner, pawn, seeping to the curtains at dusk. Days unfolded with a steady beat. The sun streaming to the kitchen window where Lena and I shared breakfast, the wooden table scarred from my childhood, her green eyes meeting mine over toast, her dark hair tied back as she planned our day. Minor misunderstandings crept in, her forgetting to refill the sugar, my leaving wet towels on the floor. But they dissolved with her gentle smile, the city's hum, horns, a child's shout, distant. Yet I noticed Lena and Alex laughing too often in the kitchen, their voices rising over silly jokes about burnt toast or spilled milk, his broad shoulders shaking. Her giggles a sound I'd once cherished alone. I shrugged it off, the wooden floor creaking as I passed, the neon, cafe, bar, a quiet backdrop to my trust in her. Mia, however, stood apart, her brown eyes shadowed with unease, her quiet presence a contrast to Alex's boisterousness, the city's pulse, sirens, a busker's guitar. Faint as she sat with a book, her fingers tracing the pages. She rarely joined the kitchen chatter, her glances toward Lena and Alex cautious, her silent a mystery I didn't probe, the wooden stairs groaning under my steps as I moved between rooms. The house, with its faded wallpaper and my father's old chair, held a harmony I clung to, the renovations a promise of our future, the neon liquor books, casting a soft light at night. Lena's suitcase, once a symbol of our move, now blended with the home's rhythm, her modesty a comfort, her laughter with Alex a note I dismissed as family bonding. One evening, as the city's hum, waves, a neighbor's TV, sailed into the dusk, I watched in the living room, the wooden floor cool under my socks, the neon, tacos, club, glimmering outside. Lena and Alex were at it again, their laughter spilling from the kitchen, her hand brushing his arm, his grin wide, the scene tugging at a corner of my mind. Mia sat nearby, her book forgotten, her brown eyes meeting mine with a warmth that startled me, attentive, lingering, a silent acknowledgement of something unspoken. The renovations echoed faintly. The city's pulse, cars, a vendor's call, steady, and I felt a flicker of unease. The wooden house of stage retentions I hadn't yet named, her glances a thread I began to notice. I retreated to the bedroom, the wooden frame creaking as I sat, the neon, rusty anchor, diner, soft through the window, the city's hum a distant lullaby. My notebook rested on the nightstand, unopened, but I knew my words, her laughter, my home, a love tested, step by step, into quiet. Lena joined me, her hand in mine, her breath warm, the house silent save for Alex's snores, Mia's shadow passing the hall. The stability I'd felt wavered, the wooden floor foundation I trusted, blind to the cracks forming beneath the surface, the neon glow a witness to the harmony I still believed in, unaware of the storm ahead. A strange unease stirred within me as I entered my room, the wooden floor cold under my feet, the air thick with the scent of Lena's lavender perfume and the faint rustle of disturbed belongings on the dresser. I'd noticed small changes. My watch moved, a notebook slightly askew, subtle shifts that nagged at me, the city's distant pulse, traffic, a neighbor's radio, fading as I scanned the space. Living with Lena, Alex, and Mia in my parent house during the apartment renovations had brought a fragile calm, but this intrusion unsettled me. The neon glow from the street, diner, pawn, seeping through the curtains, casting shadows on the walls. I decided to act, my trust in Lena wavering, the wooden frame of our bed a silent witness to my growing suspicion. I had a small camera behind a bookshelf, its lens discreet, the pretext of protecting against theft, a cover for my unease, the city's hum, horns, a child's shout, distant as I adjusted it to face the room. Lena's suitcase sat neatly in the corner, her clothes mingling with mine, her green eyes still warm when she smiled. The renovation's faint hammer echoes a promise of our future. Days passed, the wooden floor creaking under my steps, the neon cafe bar, soft at night, and I avoided the kitchen where Lena and Alex's laughter lingered, their bond a thread I dismissed, Mia's quiet presence a contrast, her brown eyes watching from afar. The camera blinked red, recording, the city's pulse, sirens, a busker's guitar, steady, unaware of the truth it would unveil. One evening, the house quiet save for my parents' soft murmurs, I sat at the desk, the wooden chair groaning under me, the neon liquor books, casting a dim light as I plugged in the camera. The footage played, my heart pounding, the city's hum, waves, a neighbor's TV, fading as I watched Lena and Alex enter, their laughter turning intimate, her hands on his shoulders, his lips on hers, their bodies entwining on our bed. The betrayal hit like a storm. 5 years of love, her gentle rebukes, our quiet walks, shattered by this act, the wooden floor stage of my collapse, the neon tacos club mocking my naivety. Pain seared through me. Shock rooted me to the chair. The camera's red light a cruel eye on my ruined world. I replayed it. The city's pulse, cars, a vendor's call, distant, each frame a dagger. Her green eyes closed in passion. Alex's grin. The bed we'd shared now defiled. The renovations promise a hollow lie. My mind raced her laughter with him, her overtime excuses. The watch moved as a clue, building a pattern I'd ignored. The wooden house a trap I'd walked into. The neon, rusty anchor, diner, a witness to my fall. Betrayal consumed me, my trust in Lena crumbling, her modesty a mask, Alex's present a poison, Mia's silent a mystery. The city's hum laughter, a cyclist bell, carrying on as if nothing had changed. The footage looped, the wooden floor cold, my heart a hollow drum, the neon glow framing a marriage I no longer recognized. I sat frozen, the wooden chair creaking, the neon, liquor, books, blinding to the window, the city's pulse a relentless beat. My notebook lay unopened, but I knew my words. Her hidden act, my trust, a love broken, step by step, into ruin. The house slept, Lena's snores down the hall, Alex's shadow passing, Mia's quiet steps, the renovations a distant dream, the neon light a cold companion to my shock, the truth a weight I couldn't yet face, my world fractured beneath this fragile roof. A heavy stillness hung over me as I stepped into the kitchen, the wooden floor cold under my feet, the air thick with the scent of morning coffee and the unspoken weight of the footage burning in my mind. The camera had revealed Lena and Alex, their betrayal a wound that festered, the city's distant pulse, traffic, a neighbor's radio. Fading as I moved through the days with a stone-cold expression, my face a mask to hide the chaos within. I kept the secret locked inside, the renovations on our apartment a distant echo, the neon glow from the street, diner, pawn, seeping through the curtains, casting shadows on the walls where my trust had once stood firm. Lena carried on as if nothing had shifted, her green eyes meeting mine with gentle smile, her dark hair tied back as she hummed over breakfast, the wooden table scarred from my childhood a silent witness to her deceit. She chatted about the day, her laughter light, her hands deftly preparing toast, the city's hum, horns, a child's shout, steady as she ignored the truth I'd seen, her suitcase in the corner a symbol of our broken life. Alex mirrored her, his broad shoulders relaxed, his grin wide as he teased my father about the garden, the wooden stairs creaking under his steps, the neon, cafe, bar, a backdrop to his ease, his betrayal hidden beneath his casual demeanor. The house buzzed with its usual rhythm, my parents' voices accompanying hum. But my silence grew, the city's pulse, sirens, a busker's guitar, distant as I watched them play their parts. Mia, though, seemed to sense the fracture, her brown eyes shadowed with unease, her quiet presence a contrast to the kitchen's chatter, the wooden floor groaning as she moved with a book in hand. She rarely spoke, her glances toward Lena and Alex cautious, her silent a mystery that deepened, the city's hum, waves, a neighbor's TV, faint as she sat apart. I began to observe her more closely, the neon liquor books, casting a soft light on her face, her brown eyes meeting mine with a warmth that startled me, attentive, lingering, a thread of connection in my isolation. The renovations echoed faintly, the wooden house a stage of my turmoil, her glances a beacon I couldn't ignore, the city's pulse. Cars, a vendor's call, steady as my world unraveled. One evening, the house quiet save for my parents' soft murmurs, I stood by the window, the wooden frame creaking, the neon, tacos club, glimmering outside. Lena and Alex's laughter drifted from the kitchen, her hand brushing his arm, his grin wide, the scene a replay of the footage that haunted me. My face remained stone, the city's hum, laughter, a cyclist's bell, mocking my restraint, my trust in Lena shattered, Alex's presence a poison I couldn't confront. Mia passed by, her brown eyes catching mine again, warm and searching, the wooden floor bridge between us, the neon, rusty anchor, diner, a witness to my growing awareness of her, a silent ally in this silent storm. I retreated to the bedroom, the wooden chair groaning under me, The neon, liquor, books, blinding through the window. The city's pulse a relentless beat. My notebook lay unopened, but I knew my words. Her hidden lie, my mask, a love fading, step by step into silence. Lena slipped beside me, her hand in mine, her breath warm. The house asleep save for Alex's snores, Mia's shadow lingering. The stability I'd felt crumbled, the wooden floor foundation cracking. The neon glow framing a marriage I no longer trusted, blind to the path of betrayal had set me on, my heart heavy with the truth I couldn't yet voice. A soft glow illuminated the kitchen as I stepped inside, the wooden floor cool under my feet, the air rich with the scent of leftover soup and the quiet hum of the refrigerator in the late-night stillness. The footage of Lena and Alex haunted me, their betrayal a silent storm beneath my stone-cold facade, the city's distant pulse, traffic, a neighbor's radio. Fading as I sought a moment alone, the neon glow from the street, diner, pawn, seeping through the window. Mia was there, her brown eyes catching the light, her book abandoned on the table, her presence a contrast to the laughter that had filled the space with Lena and Alex. The renovations on our apartment echoed faintly, the wooden house a fragile shell, and I felt a pull toward her quiet understanding. She looked up, her fingers tracing the table's edge, the city's hum. Horns, a child shout, distant as she spoke, her voice low. "Have you noticed how they act when we're not around?" she asked, her brown eyes searching mine, the wooden floor creaking as I shifted, the neon cafe bar, a soft frame to her words. My heart raced, the camera's truth burning in my mind, and I nodded cautiously, hinting at my knowledge. "I've seen things," I murmured, my tone guarded, the city's pulse, sirens, a busker's guitar. Fading as I tested her reaction, the wooden table a barrier between us. 5 years with Lena, her gentle smiles, our quiet walks, crumbled, her laughter with Alex a lie, the renovations a distant promise now tainted. Mia froze, her breath catching, the neon liquor books, casting shadows on her face, the city's hum, waves, a neighbor's TV, steady as she processed my words. "I've noticed too," she admitted, her voice trembling, "but no one believes me when I mention it." Her brown eyes held a mix of relief and pain, the wooden floor groaning under her slight movement, the kitchen's warmth a stark contrast to the cold truth we shared. I thought of Lena's deceit, Alex's grin, the footage looping in my mind, the city's pulse, cars, a vendor's call. Indifferent as I realized Mia had seen it too, her silence a shield against her betrayal, the neon tacos club a witness to our unspoken bond. The moment stretched, the wooden chair creaking as I sat, the neon rusty anchor diner, soft through glass, the city's hum, laughter, a cyclist bell, fading into our silence. "They think it's nothing," she continued, her voice softening, "but I feel it, the way they look at each other." I nodded. The camera's evidence of weight I couldn't share, the wooden house a prison of secrets, the renovations a hollow hope. Her brown eyes met mine again, warm and attentive, a connection forming, the city's pulse, sirens, a dog barking. Distant as we sat, the neon glow framing a shared understanding, her presence a lifeline in my turmoil. I leaned back, the wooden floor steady but my world not, the neon, liquor, books, blinding, the city's pulse a relentless beat. My notebook remained unopened, but I knew my words. Her hidden act, her ally, a trust reborn, step by step into truth. The house slept, Lena's snores down the hall, Alex's shadow absent, Mia's quiet strength beside me, the renovations a faint echo, the neon light a cold companion to our fragile alliance, the kitchen a stage for the revelation I'd carry forward. My heart stirred with a plan I couldn't yet name. A quiet resolve settled over me as I stood in the shadowed hallway, the wooden floor creaking under my steps, the air heavy with the scent of last night's dinner and the weight of betrayal I'd uncovered. The footage of Lena and Alex played relentlessly in my mind, their intimacy a wound that fueled my anger, the city's distant pulse, traffic, a neighbor's radio. Fading as I planned my next move, the neon glow from the street, diner, pawn, seeping through the curtains. Mia's warm glances in the kitchen had sparked a connection, her shared suspicion a lifeline, and I knew it was time to act, the renovations on our apartment a hollow promise amidst this chaos. I decided to invite her to talk. The wooden house a stage for my revenge. I found her in the living room, her brown eyes lifting from her book. The city's hum, horns, a child shout. Distant as I gestured toward the bedroom, the wooden floor groaning under our steps. "We need to talk," I said, my voice low. The neon cafe bar, casting a soft light as I closed the door, the air thick with tension. I pulled out the camera, the footage loaded, and showed her Lena and Alex, their bodies entwined on our bed, the betrayal stark on the screen, her face hardened, not with shock but with anger, her brown eyes flashing, the city's pulse, sirens, a busker's guitar. Fading as she clenched her fists, the wooden frame of the bed a silent witness to her fury. "I knew it," she whispered, her voice trembling with rage, the neon liquor books illuminating her tense posture, the city's hum, waves, a neighbor's TV, steady as she turned to me. "They've been careless, but no one listens." My heart pounded, the footage looping. 5 years with Lena, her gentle smiles, our quiet walks, shattered, Alex's grim betrayal I couldn't forgive, the renovation's a distant dream. "I want to get even," I said, my tone firm. "For me and for you, revenge on them both." The wooden floor creaked, the neon, tacos club, a cold companion, my anger mixing with a strange relief at her shared pain. The city's pulse, cars, a vendor's call, indifferent to our plan. She stood silent, the wooden chair creaking as she sat, the neon, rusty anchor, diner, soft through the window, the city's hum, laughter, a cyclist bell, fading into her contemplation. Minutes stretched, her brown eyes searching mine, the air thick with the weight of our decision, the renovation's faint echoes of mockery, of stability. I thought of Lena's deceit, Alex's ease, the camera's truth a weapon, the wooden house of prison I'd escaped through this act. Finally she spoke, her voice steady, when the single word hung between us. The city's pulse, sirens, a dog barking, resuming, the neon glow framing our alliance. Her agreement a spark to my resolve, the wooden floor foundation for the retribution I'd seek. I nodded, the wooden floor steady but my world not, the neon, liquor, books, blinding, the city's pulse a relentless beat. My notebook remained unopened, but I knew my words, her betrayal, our pact, a justice born, step by step into revenge. The house slept. Lena snores down the hall, Alex's shadow absent, Mia's quiet strength beside me. The renovation's a hollow hope, the neon light a witness to our plan, the kitchen a memory of the laughter for now approving chapter 6 of New Family. My heart hardening with the I'll write the 7th chapter, titled Turning Point, targeting exactly 6,000 characters with spaces, including spaces and punctuation, in English, using the first-person perspective and maintaining the reflective, emotionally charged tone of the romantic drama. I'll follow the structure provided. Daniel and Mia growing closer, first emotionally and then physically. Daniel feeling a strange relief as if justice is served, a heavy heart despite no victory, while Mia becomes livelier and brighter. I'll enhance the text with detailed descriptions, inner thoughts, and home/city atmosphere to meet your preference for more text. I'll vary the opening sentence to avoid repetition of prior chapter starts, per your request, and keep the narrative timeless, without specific dates, unless you specify a timeline, avoiding the current date June 22nd, 2025, 6:48 p.m. Eastern European Summertime, to prevent mismatches. The setting will remain vivid, grounding the emotional stakes, and I'll build on a revenge pact from Chapter 6, where Mia agreed to act. I'll continue using the names Daniel, Lena, Alex, and Mia. If you want adjustments after review, e.g., emotional shift, physical closeness, or family reaction, or have issues with text visibility, e.g., missing chapters from prior stories like Alex and Emily's chapters 3 and 5, please clarify, and I'll address them promptly. I'll provide Chapter 7 in plain text to ensure it displays correctly. Chapter 7, Turning Point, A New Family. Chapter 7, Turning Point. A faint warm stirred in my chest as I sat on the couch, the wooden floor creaking softly, the air tinged with the scent of rain drifting through the open window, and the tension of our shared secret. Mia and I had forged a bond after the footage of Lena and Alex, her when a commitment to revenge, the city's distant pulse, traffic, a neighbor's radio. Fading as we grew closer, the neon glow from the street, diner, pawn, casting a dim light on our plan. The betrayal still burned. 5 years with Lena, her gentle smiles, our quiet walks, shattered, the renovations on our apartment a hollow echo, but Mia's presence offered a strange solace. The wooden house a stage for our shifting alliance. Our connection deepened first emotionally. Late-night talks in the living room, the city's hum, horns a child shout, distant as we shared our pain. Her brown eyes reflecting my anger, the neon cafe bar, a soft frame to our confessions. She spoke of Alex's neglect, her quiet life disrupted, the wooden floor groaning under our steps, the renovations a distant promise, as we found common ground. I showed her footage again, the betrayal raw, her anger fueling mine, the city's pulse, sirens, a busker's guitar, fading as we plotted, the wooden table a witness to our resolve. The house slept, Lena snores down the hall, Alex's shadow absent, the neon, liquor, books, a cold companion to our growing trust. Then came the physical shift, one evening when the city's hum, waves, a neighbor's TV, settled into silence, the neon, tacos, club, glimmering as we sat close, her hand brushing mine, the wooden couch creaking under our weight. The touch sparked, a kiss born of revenge and need, her brown eyes warm, the air thick with the scent of her hair, the renovation's faint echoes of mockery of stability. We moved to the bedroom, the wooden floor steady, the neon, rusty anchor, diner, casting shadows as we surrendered, the act of strange relief, as if justice had been served against Lena and Alex, the city's pulse, cars, a vendor's call, indifferent to our transgression. Yet, my heart remained heavy, the wooden bed a reminder of Lena's betrayal, the neon, liquor, books, blinding to the window, the city's pulse, laughter, a cyclist bell, mocking my lack of victory. I felt no triumph, only a hollow ache. 5 years of love reduced to this act. The renovation's a distant dream, the wooden house a prison of mixed emotions. Mia, though transformed, her brown eyes brighter, her steps lighter, the city's hum, sirens, a dog barking, carrying her newfound energy, the neon glow framing her revival, her laughter a contrast to my silence, the wooden floor a stage for her renewal. I sat back, the wooden chair creaking, the neon light pulsing, the city's pulse a relentless beat. My notebook lay unopened, but I knew my words, her justice, my burden, a bond forged, step by step into change. The house stirred, Lena's voice distant, Alex's absence noted, Mia's warmth beside me, the renovations of fading hope, the neon glow a witness to our turning point, my heart torn between relief and regret, the wooden walls holding our secret beneath the city's watchful light. A tense silence gripped me as I stood in the living room, the wooden floor cold under my feet, the air heavy with the scent of fading flowers and the weight of the truth I could no longer contain. The footage of Lena and Alex had fueled my resolve, their betrayal of fire stoked by Mia's alliance, the city's distant pulse, traffic, a neighbor's radio. Fading as I prepared to confront them, the neon glow from the street, diner, pawn, casting a harsh light through the window. 5 years with Lena, her gentle smiles, our quiet walks, lay in ruins, the renovations on our apartment a distant mockery, and I clutched the camera, the wooden house a stage for the exposure I'd orchestrate. I called Lena into the room, her green eyes curious as she entered, her dark hair loose, the city's hum, horns, a child's shout. Distant as I faced her, the wooden floor creaking under our tension. I played the recording, the screen revealing her and Alex, their intimacy stark, the neon cafe bar, a cold witness as her face drained of color, shock etching her features. "How could you?" she stammered, her voice breaking, her hands trembling as she tried to justify. "It was a mistake, Daniel. It meant nothing." The city's pulse, sirens, a busker's guitar, faded, her excuses a flimsy shield, the wooden table a barrier between us, my heart hardening against her lies. "I'm not yours anymore," I said, my tone firm, the neon, liquor, books, blinding as I turned away, the wooden floor steady under my steps, the renovation's faint echoes a hollow promise. I moved toward the door, the city's hum, waves, a neighbor's TV, resuming as Alex appeared, his broad shoulders tense, his grin gone. "Wait, let's talk," he pleaded, his voice desperate, the neon tacos club casting shadows as he reached for me. But I pushed past, the wooden frame of the doorway a boundary. "Never come near me again," I told him, my words a blade, the city's pulse, cars, a vendor's call, indifferent to his failure, the betrayal sealed in his silence. Lena's sobs echo behind me, the wooden floor groaning, the neon, rusty anchor diner, a witness to her collapse, her attempt to follow cut short by my resolve, the city's hum, laughter, a cyclist's bell, mocking her pleas. 5 years. Her suitcase unpacked, her warmth beside me, dissolved, the camera a tool of justice, Mia's string of memory, the renovations a dream I'd leave behind. I stepped outside, the wooden porch creaking, the neon liquor books, framing my exit, the air crisp with night, my heart a mix of relief and pain, the city's pulse, sirens, a dog barking, carrying me away from the house that had held my ruin. I paused on the street, the wooden fence a barrier, the neon glow pulsing, the city's pulse a relentless beat. My notebook remained unopened, but I knew my words, her exposed lie, my freedom, a bond broken, step by step into departure. The house faded, Lena's cries distant, Alex's shadow gone, Mia's alliance a silent support, the renovations a relic, the neon light a companion to my resolve, the wooden walls a memory I'd shed, my path clear beneath the city's watchful glow on this fateful night. Thank you for approving Chapter 8 of A New Family. I'll write the 9th chapter, titled Echoes, targeting exactly 6,000 characters with spaces, including spaces and punctuation, in English, using the first-person perspective and maintaining the reflective, emotionally charged tone of the romantic drama. I'll follow the structure provided. The family in turmoil with parents unsure whose side to take, Daniel moving out and taking some belongings, a strange alliance with Mia's allies but not a couple, and him starting a new life. I'll enhance the text with detailed descriptions, inner thoughts, and home/city atmosphere to meet your preference for more text. I'll vary the opening sentence to avoid repetition of prior chapter starts, per your request, and keep the narrative timeless, without specific dates, unless you specify a timeline, avoiding the current date June 22nd, 2025, 6:50 p.m. Eastern European Summertime, to prevent mismatches. The setting will remain vivid, grounding the emotional stakes, and I'll build on Daniel's departure from Chapter 8, where he confronted Lena and Alex. I'll continue using the names Daniel, Lena, Alex, and Mia. If you want adjustments after review, e.g., family reaction, Daniel's new life, or emotional nuances, or have issues with text visibility, e.g., missing chapters from prior stories like Alex and Emily's chapters 3 and 5, please clarify, and I'll address them promptly. I'll provide Chapter 9 in plain text to ensure it displays correctly. Chapter 9, Echoes, A New Family. Chapter 9, Echoes. A hollow echo filled my ears as I packed a box, the wooden floor creaking under my weight, the air thick with the scent of dust and the lingering trace of Lena's perfume in the room we'd shared. The confrontation had shattered the house. My parents' voices confused murmured downstairs, the city's distant pulse, traffic, a neighbor's radio, fading as they grappled with whose side to take, the neon glow from the street, diner, pawn, casting a somber light through the window. 5 years with Lena, her gentle smiles, our quiet walks, lay in ruins, the footage of her and Alex a wound that drove me to leave, the renovations on our apartment a dream abandoned, the wooden house a shell of its former warmth. The family was in turmoil, my mother's soft sobs mixing with my father's stern questions, the wooden stairs groaning under their steps, the city's hum, horns a child shout, distant as they debated. "What happened, Daniel?" My mother asked, her eyes pleading, the neon cafe bar a cold frame to her uncertainty, while my father paced, his silence a judgment I couldn't decipher. Lena's cries had faded, Alex's absence a void, the wooden table where we'd laughed now a battleground, the renovation's faint echoes a mockery of stability. I took my belongings, clothes, my notebook, leaving her scars, her books, the city's pulse, sirens, a busker's guitar, steady as I severed ties with the life I'd known. Mia stood by, her brown eyes warm but reserved, the wooden floor creaking as she helped me carry a box, the neon, liquor, books, casting shadows on her face. Our alliance lingered, born of revenge, a strange bond that held us as allies but not a couple, the city's hum, waves, a neighbor's TV, fading as we exchanged a nod, her strength a silent support. The house groaned with the weight of the fallout, my parents' voices rising and falling, the neon, tacos club, a witness to their division. Lena's shadow passing, Alex gone, the wooden walls echoing with the chaos-eyed, unleashed. I felt no victory, only a hollow ache. The renovation's a relic, the city's pulse, cars, a vendor's call. Carry me toward a new start. I stepped outside, the wooden porch creaking, the neon, rusty anchor diner. Framing my departure, the air crisp with night, my suitcase a burden of memories. The city's hum, laughter, a cyclist's bell, guided me to a small apartment. The wooden floor unfamiliar, the neon, liquor, books, a new skyline, my heart a mix of relief and loss. Mia's presence faded, her liveliness a contrast to my solitude, the city's pulse, sirens, a dog barking. Steady as I unpacked, the renovation's forgotten dream, the wooden house of memory I'd shed. The family's echoes lingered, my parents' confusion, Lena's regret, Alex's exile, the neon glow companion to my rebirth. I sat on the new bed, the wooden frame creaking, the neon light pulsing, the city's pulse a relentless beat. My notebook open, and I wrote, their broken ties, my escape, a life renewed, step by step, into echoes. The night deepened, the neon glow framed my solitude, the city's watchful light sealing my departure. The wooden pass a shadow I'd left behind, my path forward uncertain but mine alone. A quiet dusk settled around me as I leaned against the balcony railing, the wooden frame weathered by time, the air carrying the scent of city rain, and the faint hum of a life rebuilt. Months had passed since I left the wooden house, Lena and Alex's betrayal scar that faded but never healed, the city's distant pulse, traffic, a neighbor's radio, rising as I adjusted to this new apartment, the neon glow from the street, diner, pawn, casting a soft light on my solitude. 5 years with Lena, her gentle smiles, our quiet walks, lay in the past, the renovations on our old home forgotten dream, my notebook now filled with reflections of the journey I'd survived, the wooden floor beneath me a new foundation. One day, Lena appeared, her green eyes weary, her dark hair damp from the rain, the city's hum, horns a child shout, fading as she knocked, her voice pleading through the door. "Daniel, let's talk," she called, her tone desperate, the neon, cafe, bar, a cold frame to her attempt to return. I ignored her, the wooden door a barrier, the city's pulse, sirens, a busker's guitar, steady as I turned away, her suitcase of memory I'd shed, the betrayal too deep to forgive. She left, her sobs echoing, the neon, liquor, books, witnessing her retreat, Alex and her no longer together, his absent a void I didn't mourn, the wooden house a relic of their ruin. Mia, too, had moved on, her brown eyes once warm, now distant, the city's hum, waves, a neighbor's TV, carrying news of her new partner, a man with a steady laugh, the neon, tacos club, framing her revival. Our alliance had ended, her liveliness a contrast to my solitude, the wooden floor of my old home replaced by this balcony, the renovations a forgotten promise, the city's pulse, cars, a vendor's call, indifferent to our parting. I felt a pang, her strength of memory, but no regret, the neon, rusty anchor diner, a companion to my peace, the wooden pass a shadow I'd left behind, her new life a chapter closed. I sat back, the wooden railing creaking, the neon, liquor, books, pulsing, the city's pulse, laughter, a cyclist's bell, filling the night. My parents' confusion lingered, the family's echoes faded, the wooden house a memory of turmoil, the renovations a dream I'd outgrown, the city's hum, sirens, a dog barking. Carried me forward, my heart a mix of loss and gain, the neon glow framing a solitude I'd chosen, the balcony a perch for my rebirth. I opened my notebook, the final line clear. I lost everything, but found myself,